Hello, everybody. Who's ready to chat about some stuff this evening? Come on in. We are starting, let's see, we are 6 minutes early tonight. How are you? We're a week away from Christmas. That's exciting. Waiting for everyone to come in and join. Making sure everything's going smooth. Yeah, I could probably take that out now. So, how is everybody? Let's say some hellos since we're a few minutes early. Going through, I see my mom and Linda are here. Terry and Debbie and Susan. Hello, everyone. Let's get all the logistic stuff out of the way. You can hear me okay and nothing's hanging up? Hello, Diane. Debbie, you're feeling stressed a week before Christmas. I know. And you've been so busy. You have a couple of things you're trying to finish up. I know. We're almost there, though. We're almost there. And then hopefully you're taking a little bit of a break. Hello, Cheryl. How are you? Yes, hopefully everybody's finishing up all of their stuff. I've seen some awesome projects. Hello, Jennifer. On our page. All kinds of stuff. The creativity of this group really just blows my mind. And y'all have just been working. I'm hoping that when Christmas is here, we all take a good little break. So, I'm thinking everyone can hear me okay. Hello, Shannon. Before we get started tonight, I want to say a big hello and send hugs out to Evelyn, who is in the hospital tonight. And so she's away from home. I think she's feeling stressed because she has projects to finish. But most importantly, Evelyn, we want you to focus on getting better and going home. And so just to let you know that we are all thinking of you, praying for you, and hoping that you get better soon and that you can go home. So yes, I wanted to talk about that for a second and just let y'all know to send hugs Evelyn's way. And let's see. Hello. Hello. Oh, Evelyn's here. Wow, hello everybody. Okay, just a group announcement. This is going to be our last live for 2 weeks. Next Tuesday is Christmas Eve. Can you believe that? And then the following Tuesday is New Year's Eve. So we're going to take some time off. We're going to take 2 weeks off. We're going to spend time with family, with friends. We're going to rest up and come back refreshed and ready to create and ready to show off lots of stuff. So yeah, we're going to take 2 weeks off. So yes, almost Christmas. Hello, everybody. It's so great to see all of you. So before we get started tonight, it's going to be a lighter live this evening. We have 11 show and tells. We have 0 topics for this evening and 1 challenge. An easy challenge, something fun. And so yeah, I'm thinking that we should get through all of the pictures and stuff relatively early. So if you want to hang out and chat at the end, that would be fantastic. During the slideshow, I'm going to try really hard to focus on the slideshow, so I won't see your comments coming through, but feel free to talk and have conversations with each other because this is our weekly hangout time. And we get to chat with all of our friends and our family. And so yes, feel free to have conversation and to chat while we're going through everything. And then if you have questions and you can hang out until the end, yeah, I'm thinking we'll have time to do that. So that should be fun, right? And as we start, just like always, if you see the little box that says live, it might be gray, it might be red. Who knows, this week it might be yellow. I have no idea. You see the little live button in the video box, then you're catching us live. And if you don't see that, then you're catching the replay. And if you're on YouTube, we were live on Facebook. We would love to have you join the group, but if not, I'm so glad you're watching here, and you can comment in the comment section down below. We'd love to hear from you. Hello, everybody. Connie, no bells go off when I am live because more than likely the notifications on your group, on the Creative Crew group, need to be turned on. And I shared a video on how to check that and how to change it a couple weeks ago. I think you'd have to scroll through tons of posts to see it. So maybe we will revisit that tonight or tomorrow maybe. But yes, there's a little notifications for our group, and you check that and then hit all, and that'll notify you whenever someone goes live here on our group. Joanne's sale on the Happy Planner. Woo! 70% off. Of course they do 70% off now. 2 weeks ago, they were 30% off. That's when I bought mine. I've seen so many people getting the Happy Planner. That is so exciting. My mom got one. If you don't know what a Happy Planner is, I posted a video where I flipped through my Happy Planner over on Lisa Capen Quilt's Facebook page. You can go check that out. And yeah, so what's new since last week? Since we have a lighter night, we can talk about that for a second. The Happy Planner flip through, you can see that. I did a live on my page. Then I did a live on how to cut apart a button front shirt. Oh, and I posted a video today, in case you haven't seen that, on how to make this mug rug. So you can go check that out if you haven't seen that. Really helpful for someone who's just starting out, just learning how to do quilting stuff. Someone who has never worked with clothing. All really great information. And even if you're an experienced, seasoned quilter, I would just like it if you spent some creative time with me. 8 inches of snow. Wow. We have rain tonight, and it makes me nervous because our kiddo is working until 9:30 this evening, and I hate when she has to drive in the rain at night. So yeah, that's on the back of my mind. So yes, so let's see. There was the live about the Happy Planner on my page, the live about cutting apart a button front shirt, and then I go into that again in the video on my YouTubes. And really, that's all the new stuff since we talked last from me. But tonight we're going to show some stuff that's new from you. And we're going to show off all of your good fun projects. So that's what we're doing this evening. And it's after 8. So yeah, we can go ahead and get started. I was trying to think if I had any other announcements. And it feels like I have something else to share. But it's left my mind. Maybe it'll come back to me while we're talking. It's so great to see everybody. My husband's in the house. Hey, Harlan. All right, I'm going to stop focusing on the comments for a little bit, and we are going to get started with the slideshow. So let me move some screens around. All right, I have the screens moved around and we're ready to get started. Tonight we're going to start with Kitty's picture. I don't know if y'all saw the video that we posted on the Creative Crew group. She sent me several videos in a message, and we got permission to share one of the videos on our Creative Crew group of her and her daughter holding up this family tree quilt that she made. I'm going to tell you, it was an awesome way to start my day, getting her video. And look at her quilt. Isn't that awesome? She did such a good job on this. Look at all the pictures. I'll tell you, I really love the binding on this quilt too. I think it's fabulous. She did such a good job. And I really felt like I was part of their family in the videos because all their family was there as her daughter opened up the box and saw the quilt. And I just felt like I was sitting in the kitchen with them. It was fantastic. Isn't that so great? Kitty, you did such a great job on this. I'm not sure if you are here this evening or not. Maybe you'll see this on the replay. But yes, I love it. So fantastic. I'm so glad that you sent me the videos and that you are sharing your picture with everybody tonight. And yes, if you have not made this quilt, it is so much fun. Okay, we painted the tree on, which is a little bit out of the box for quilting, but just another tool to put in your quilting toolbox, you know, just another element of design that you could add to your quilts. I love it, Kitty. It's so fantastic. I see lots of hearts going across the screen. I think that's fantastic. All right, we're going to move to Miss Janet, and I'm going to have to read this because I made it small so that I could pull up her pictures. Let's pull up the first picture so we have something to look at. And I'll read this part to you. I used your patchwork stocking to make this for my best friend from high school. This is the front. It's made of linens I inherited, napkins, and 2 large tablecloths. Some of the napkins I had tea-dyed. Others were left as is, stains and all. I love that. The handmade laces and trims were my grandmother's and aunt's. I P44F'd it. I'm thinking she stabilized them since they were kind of fragile. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Good thinking. You'll notice the cuff has a little cuff since most of the upper trim would have been covered. Using a narrower trim would have been better, but I'd already hand sewn the trims down. I'm seeing a project for next year. Looking forward to tonight's live. Janet, I'm not sure if you are here. I think you're here. Look at this stocking, y'all. You know what this reminds me of? If you go back on my Lisa Capen Quilts Facebook page, like 2 or 3 years ago, I was commissioned to make a wedding quilt. Actually, I made 1 great big one and 2 smaller ones from linens, tablecloths that were used during the reception of the wedding, some christening gowns, baby outfits. Let's see, there was a wedding dress that was in the quilt, and that quilt looked just like this stocking. Fantastic. And I tea-dyed some of the pieces so that there would be some contrast. I'm telling you, it looked just like the stocking. I love it. That is so pretty. I love like Victorian looking things with laces and trims. That is just like my genre favorite kind of look. Is the delicate, like Victorian fancy kind of stuff. It's fantastic. She has a picture of the back we will take a look at as well. There you go. So what did you think, Janet? Did you like making this stocking? Did you like the paper piecing? And did you think it was easy to follow that pattern? It's one of my most favorite ones out of all of the stockings. And that's just because I'm partial to crazy quilts. And I also like the other paper piecing stockings too. There were a couple of them, like the stripes and this like crazy quilt one. And I like that you made the cuff smaller so that the front shows more. We'll pull up the front one more time. I think that is just so pretty. Again, I see lots of hearts going across the screen. I think everybody loves your stocking. It looks like the snowflake has been tatted. Little doilies and lace trim. It's so pretty. Yes. That is so much fun. Honestly, it looks just like that wedding quilt that I did. Thank you so much, Janet, for sharing that this evening. All right, now we're going to move on to Susan. And Susan has 13 photos, so we're going to try something here. I created a slideshow. So as we're talking, the pictures should rotate through all of her photos to get them all in there, and I didn't have to focus on clicking and transitioning the screens. So we're going to try this and see if it works. And I'm thinking the slideshow is starting in the middle. I'm not quite sure. Oh no, it's going to start at the beginning, I believe. So Susan says, all of these are from Vanessa Wilson, the Crafty Gemini Clubs. That's awesome. The blue purse is for my mama. I installed leather straps with rivets for the first time. Congratulations, Susan. You're branching out and doing new things. It's called the Essentials Purse. I'm going to have to look this up. I've been really intrigued with making bags here lately. The pink wallet is the Essentials wallet for my daughter. I like that too. Look at all the little pockets. Looks like it has a magnetic closure. I could be wrong about that. Nope, yeah, it does. It has got a zipper pouch in it. What do you think? Are the photos going by too quick? Wow, that looks like just like you bought it. That's really great craftsmanship. And then she says the green is the Greenbacks wallet #1 for stepdaughter. This actually looks like the perfect size, and you can clip it to a bag or a backpack or a belt loop. Wow, your zipper is so neat. Good job. I really like the fabric on this one too. Oh, and then we're back to the beginning. We'll sit and we'll go through them one more time in case you missed one of them. They're going by pretty quick. Look at those rivets. Susan, was that hard to do, the rivets? I've stayed away from stuff like that. But it really has a nice professional finish to it, doesn't it? And I imagine that with the leather straps, it makes it very sturdy. That's pretty fabric too. Yeah, I like that style of wallet. It looks like the perfect size wallet. We'll go through all the pictures one more time. I've put a magnetic closure in my totes. That was pretty easy. Again, I think that that is very nice and clean looking as well. So yeah, I like using the magnets. Yep. If I wasn't already convinced that I need to learn how to make bags, your pictures would have been the final straw. I really think that next year I'm going to invest in some time and really sit down and make a bag or two or three. We'll see how it goes. I'm really impressed with the way you added the zippers. It looks like you've bought these. So good job on that. And we're back at the beginning. So yeah, I think that was a good way to show a lot of different pictures, and we could just sit and talk while they rotate through. I do have one more slideshow with Terry's pictures. So Susan, yes, good job. I might be messaging you for some advice on making bags next year, so get ready. And Terry's is a little bit small too. And I did a slideshow with hers because she has 5 photos, and so we'll go through those a couple of times as well. This looks like it would fit in my house perfectly. I'm just saying. Okay, so Terry says, hi everyone. Been busy finishing up some projects. These 2 table runners are for me, and I finally finished them up. The quilt is a gift for some family, and the stocking is new for me. The stocking is a pattern of Lisa's. I believe it's called Candy Stripe. The quilt was made from a bunch of scraps from all the projects I have been doing this Christmas. What a fabulous idea, Terry. Used paper piecing for the first time and decided to use fleece backing and warm and natural batting. First time using fleece backing. Wasn't too bad, except throat on my machine is so small, had a time getting it through the hole. Yeah, that's the only disadvantage of a lot of domestic machines have a little bit of a smaller throat space. But she says, oh well, she got it done. I love how it turned out. I hope you all have a wonderful Merry Christmas. Safe travels if you are going anywhere. Look at this stocking. Oh, we're going to flip through one more time. I'm going to look at the pictures with you. Poinsettias on this table runner. Isn't that so pretty? And then I loved the trees with the reindeer. Yep, that would go so well in my downstairs. What a fabulous idea, using all the scraps from your Christmas projects to put together a quilt. The back is so festive with the reindeer. I see your little quilt label down in the corner. And then her Christmas stocking. Yes, this was the other paper piecing stocking that we did last year. It looks fabulous, Terry. So are you all finished up with all of your projects? I love them. If you have, let's see, I'm looking for pattern names for the table runners. If you have pattern names for the table runners, we might have someone who wants to make them. So if you want to share that information, that would be fabulous. I love them. Thank you so much for sharing that with us tonight. Now we're going to pull up Diane's project. And she says, this week I finished hooded towels for my 3 great-grandchildren. Embroidering on the towels was a challenge for some reason this time. Isn't that funny how sometimes, you go through 5 or 6 projects with a breeze, and then all of a sudden, your project wants to be difficult. I learned that larger letters are preferable to be more visible. Yeah, I think so too, but the size that you used on these towels is great. I can read them perfectly fine. And I love the customized towel idea. I think we saw some last week too, right? 3 great-grandchildren. Wow, what a legacy they will have with these towels from their great-grandmother. I love that. The purple towel is my favorite, but I'm partial to purple. They're all really pretty. So how are things coming along with you, Diane? How are your projects? Is this the last thing that you had to finish up? Or do you still have more left to do? Wow, it is pouring rain outside. I don't like that on Tuesdays. All right, we have a pillow from Dee to share this week. And she says, finished this to give to my daughter and a sister-in-law for Christmas. Design is from Designs by Juju. Thanks to you, Lisa, I've gotten pretty good at zippers. Fantastic! Yes, I'm going to show you the back of her pillow here in a second. And when I saw this, I was like, why have I been struggling to put zippers in the bottom seam? Because I like the zipper in the center of the back, just like Dee did. We'll see that here in a second. So yes, Designs by Juju. She has a website, right? Or do you buy her stuff on Etsy? I've seen it somewhere, and just off the top of my head, I can't recall exactly where, but I think it's a website, Designs by Juju. Isn't that embroidery fantastic? This makes the perfect customized gift. I think that's fantastic. Let me show you the back of the pillow, and you can see her zipper. Ta-da! Isn't that so good? I don't know why I had never thought about putting the zipper in the middle instead of at the bottom seam like I have been doing. Seems like this might be easier, right? I'm thinking that this might be an easier way to do the zipper, Dee. I don't know. So I'm curious. Have you tried putting a zipper in the bottom seam? And if so, which one did you think was easier? Because I'm almost thinking that this way might be easier. I don't know, I haven't tried it, but I'm going to. Let's pull up the front of your pillow one more time. And take one more good look at that before we move on. Yeah, that's fantastic. That's such a nice gift to give somebody. And I'm thinking you could take custom orders for these all day long. If the word got out that you made these, I'm thinking you could probably stay pretty busy making them. Just in case you were wondering. All right, Miss Dee, thank you so much for sending that in. I've written down added zipper to the middle of the pillows in my book, so I remember that for next time. Next, we have a picture from Monica. who says, together with two quilting friends, we also do embroidery. This project we did last week, a table topper made in the hoop. The pattern is from Sweet Pea. The original pattern has no center. My friend made that to put inside. Mine is with Christmas fabrics, but you can make this with any fabric you want. Lovely Christmas to everyone in the hoop. I've only done a few in the hoop projects, but they're so much fun. I'm going to have to write this down too. The pattern is from Sweet Pea. Isn't this fantastic? That makes such a nice table topper. Yeah, imagine you could do this with any fabrics. Imagine doing this with like oranges and yellows and a brown center, sort of like a sunflower. Or you could do it in bright yellows or pinks, like a daisy. That would be so pretty. Wow, here's lots of ideas. One thing is for sure, if you're ever in a creative slump, all it would really take is about 5 minutes scrolling through our group page or watching one of the slideshows in our live videos to get inspired to make a project. Because I have seen nothing but awesome ideas come through that I've never tried, and especially over on our group page, just scrolling through project after project, idea after idea. Fantastic. I love that y'all are sharing this stuff. Sounds like you have a great group of friends to quilt and embroider with. That sounds like so much fun. Thank you, Miss Monica, for sharing that picture with us. I really like that. Now, I don't have a picture for Miss Chantel, but she just posted an update. So she's telling us, still working on fixing up my sewing machine and got a new hair color. Hopefully, I will get more done before New Year's. I hope you do. Yeah, I love that we not only share our creative projects or ask questions and share advice and tips, we also do life updates. And so, yeah, I really feel like we're family, and I love hearing from you. So, yes, hopefully you get whatever else you need to get done before New Year's. I'm hoping that all that comes together and keep us updated. We love you. I bet your hair color rocks. That's fun. I like sharing the updates. Then Miss Anya has 3 pictures to share with us. I'm going to pull the first picture up so that we can have something to look at as we read. And she says, which I might have copy and pasted this wrong. I'm sorry. To the pillows. I struggled to find the right stabilizer for the picture framing and embroidery. I used your window method and saved quite a bit. Yes, that saves so much stabilizer. By pillow 3, I decided to just use an iron-on stabilizer for the entire pillow. So just one square and done. I definitely learned a lot during the making of these. I want to thank everyone for their input and help. Merry Christmas to you all. Also fixed my daughter's torn jeans thanks to Dee. She posted a picture of her embroidery work today and told me about Embroidery Library. See? Your post and your tips are helping other people finish their projects. I love that. So here are her 3 finished projects, and I have a couple of close-up pictures. We'll pull this one up. And we'll look at that one together. Didn't her pictures print out fantastic? I love that. I also like the writing, the names with the pictures. This is our second project, and it looks like she has a little label on this as well. Y'all are getting so fancy. It's gonna be one of those nights where I'll lose my voice. I think, hopefully I didn't leave out any of your pictures. I saw 3 pictures. So we have the blue, the purple, and the green. I'm hoping I didn't miss one of the pictures. The blue one. The purple one, and I don't have a close-up of the green one, so if I left out the green one, Anya, I'm sorry. But yes, your pictures printed out perfectly. Fantastic projects. I love that you're learning something new, and I love that the tips from Dee helped you fix your daughter's jeans. That makes me so happy. Thank you so much for sharing your life with us, Anya, and your projects. Flipping through our screens, next we have Debbie, who says, this is my current project that has to be finished by Thursday. A weighted blanket for a young boy at church who had an accident. I've read so much and seen so many videos about the weighted blankets. I would love to make one. I'm not sure if y'all can hear my bird. Fantastic quilt. I've heard so many good things about the weighted blankets, and I'm curious, Debbie, on how big this is because I can't quite tell from the photo. So yeah, if you let us know how big that is, that would be fantastic. By Thursday, oh my goodness. Is this your last project? Did you get your crochet project done last week in time? You have school and work and a kiddo, and you're making all these projects. You sound like so many of the rest of us who are so slammed with stuff. But I'm really hoping that maybe you are seeing a light at the end of the tunnel with your projects. What else do you have to do to your blanket before Thursday? Because it kind of looks like it might be done. Maybe. Let's take a look at the second picture. Oh, here's the back. The backing fabric. Isn't that so cute? I really like that a lot. Is this a fleece or a flannel? It looks soft and cuddly. So yeah, what else do you have left to do? Or is this 2 separate pieces and you still have to put it together? I can't quite tell. Either way, keep us updated, Debbie. Oh, she says it's going to be about twin size. Yeah, that's a good size quilt. Or blanket, weighted blanket. Yeah, that's a good size. All right, we are rooting for you. We are cheering you on. And yeah, I can't see. You have not finished the crochet blanket. Okay, so you still have a few other projects to do. Oh, you need lots of prayers your way to get done so that you can slow down for Christmas. And that's what I'm hoping, Debbie. And I wish I was your neighbor. I would come over and sew something up for you. I would help you finish this stuff up. Keep us updated on all of the stuff that you have left to do. I will be happy when you can take a little bit of a break. All right, our last show and tell for this evening is from Becky. Let me pull up her first photo. She says, feels so good to finish my Christmas gifts. Wow, Becky, you're done. This is for my 17-year-old niece. And then the next photo I'm going to show you is for her 4-year-old niece. So she has two photos we're going to take a look at. Isn't this quilt fantastic? It looks like there are words on some of the fabrics, which I love that so much. The color palette is perfect. Everything goes together so well with the pops of teal. Have we seen this? Did we see this, Becky, as you were working on it? Because this looks familiar. I'm thinking we saw this in progress, right? I could be wrong, but I'm thinking we saw parts of this as you were making it. Hello, everyone coming in. Whatever you missed when we're done, you can go back and catch up and watch the replay. We've had 11 show and tells. We have 0 topics for this evening. And we have a challenge at the end, which is just a fun little game. Something to melt away some stress during our next week, 1 week before Christmas. This is fantastic, Becky. Did you love it? Is there a name for this pattern? You might have already told us in a previous live. And then this is her second quilt, and this one is for her 4-year-old niece. Isn't that fun? I see little cats, I see stripes and polka dots. What a fantastic gift from their auntie. That's got some really great colors to it too, doesn't it? And this looks like it would be a pretty quick quilt to put together, right? Yeah, I really like that cat fabric right down in the bottom, lower right, the very last row, the little cat. Is there a fabric line that we could look up to get these fabrics? I'm curious. Isn't that fun, looking at everybody's projects? Well, I am very happy for you, Becky, that you're finished up. Let's send some good prayers and hugs to everybody else who is working on their stuff still. And yeah, I hope you all keep us updated. We're going to play a fun game that hopefully isn't too distracting you away from your last minute projects in this next week. Actually, we're going to play it for, let's see, 2 whole weeks, because we're not going to be here next week or the week after. So we can just play this game for a couple of weeks. Because we have no topics or tips this evening, let's go ahead and pull up the challenge. And then we can chit chat, because we are super duper early this evening. All right, here we go. This is just going to be a fun little game, and you can play, or you can just observe and play along with everybody else's pictures. So for this coming up week and the week after, snap a close-up picture of an object, and we will try to guess what it is. So you don't have to have anything in the description of your photo. You can just post just a photo of a close-up of something. And then, yeah, we're all going to try to guess what it is. Just something fun. Something to, you know, if you need a break, if you're getting stressed out, maybe you're out shopping and the crowds are really hectic, you know, and you're just in your car because you need a minute. Pull up our group, go through the pictures, look at the close-ups, and play along. Just something to take the stress away. Maybe you're in the middle of a project and for some reason it's not going smoothly. Take a break. Usually taking a break will help. Look at some of the close-ups, play along, and then come back to your project. You'll be amazed at what taking a 5-minute break will do. It helps. So yeah, that's what we're going to do as our challenge for this week. And that sounds pretty fun. If you missed the very beginning of tonight's live, next Tuesday is Christmas Eve. So we're not going to be here that day. And then the following Tuesday is the 31st, which is New Year's Eve. And so we're not going to be here that day. We will come back. Let's see. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flip the page. 5, 6, 7. January the 7th. Should not be that difficult to flip a page. January the 7th, we'll be back live and picking up in the new year. And by then, I'm thinking everyone should be well rested up and ready to start their new year, new creative ideas. And yeah, imagine that then we'll have some photos to share of people opening up their Christmas gifts. So if you want to share those, that would be a great time to do that. And I'm thinking because we're running so early tonight that we can just chit chat. If that's okay with you, I feel like, you know, this is the last time we're really going to be able to chat before Christmas, except for seeing you on our group page. I thought it was funny. The other day I was on my Lisa Capen Quilts page doing a live. And, you know, the lives on Facebook are really meant to be chatty, right? This is a social platform. This is where we get to sit and chat with our long distance friends and family. We get to share ideas. We can answer questions. We can help people. They can help us. We can inspire other people. You know, social platform, Facebook, right? My earlier YouTube videos, y'all, I would talk for an hour in those videos. If you've watched my earlier videos, then you know. If you sat through a whole one, you were there like 45 minutes to an hour. I've gotten so much better. At least I think I hope I have. But I try to make the YouTube videos now less chatty, more to the point. Let's do a project from start to finish and get you through and hopefully answer all the questions in the video, right? But I feel like Facebook is where we can be chatty and talk to each other. And so I did the video on my page about the button front shirt. And was it yesterday? Someone commented on that video that I needed to stop chatting and get to the point. So for all my creative friends out there who are thinking about making YouTube videos, making tutorials, maybe just making videos here on Facebook, my encouragement to you going into the new year as you start that venture is to let those kinds of comments go. Block them. That's my advice going into New Year's. Merry Christmas. Block them. Don't let the naysayers try to dictate to you how you share your content or how you manage your Facebook or YouTube pages, because they will try. And it's really funny how you could have 50 people who are cheering you on, and then you get the one person who, you know, says something mean or nasty or just has a bad attitude, and you let that affect you so much, right? So yeah, that's my whole new outlook, is just to block it. Block them. Block them on YouTube, block them on Facebook, and keep on doing what you're doing, right? Because, yeah, they're out there. So yeah, I'm thinking we can chat for a little bit if you want, because we're family and we can do that, right? I'm going to move this over so I'm not looking too far away from the screen. Okay, so Bonnie says, what is that hanging on your long arm quilting frame to your right hand side? Whatever it is pretty. It looks like a table runner to me. That is hanging on there. That is a t-shirt quilt that I did with sashing quite a few years ago. And I pulled it out to show a client an example of a block style t-shirt quilt with sashing. And we're going to be making one of those in January. And I'm going to do a tutorial on that. So yeah, that will be fun. I'll make it direct and to the point and less chatty over on YouTube. But yes, it'll be a full tutorial. It'll probably be a series, I'm thinking. But maybe not. So yes, that's an example of a t-shirt quilt with sashing. And I just had it draped over the frame so that he could take a look at that when him and his wife are here. So that's going to be such a fun quilt. We're using his Harley Davidson t-shirts. And yes, I'm super excited about that one. Debbie had a Chatty Cathy doll. So did, I know my aunt had one. My Aunt Kathy had a Chatty Cathy. And I've heard lots about that doll. Susan, we looked at all of your pictures. We put them on a slideshow. And so they went through several times, and we got to see your professional zippers and your leather handles with the rivets. And yes, I said that if I hadn't already been convinced that I wanted to learn how to make bags before now, that would have sealed my fate. And yes, if I have questions, I know who to come to. Thank you so much, Shelley. I'm trying really hard not to conform and to change the way I do things. I do think my tutorials can improve, and I think we all have areas where we need to grow and improve. And yeah, my videos have gotten way better, but there's still things I would like to improve on. Over here on Facebook, I feel like it's a different platform. So where that comment came from was really beyond me. And the fact that she mentioned she didn't have time for chatting to get to the point, and I'm thinking, then why are you on Facebook if you don't have time? I lose so much time on Facebook. That's just me. Bonnie says, you are never too chatty. Don't pay any attention. I'm going to try really hard, Bonnie. Going into the new year, I'm trying really hard. Linda says, my son and his wife ride their Harley. They would have lots of shirts for quilts. How many shirts do you need for a quilt? Well, Linda, really, it could be any size that you wanted. So I'm going to make a throw size with sashing. I have 20 shirts or 20 logos. So it's going to have 20 blocks. It's going to be 4 blocks in a row and 5 rows down with sashing. And they're going to be about 15 by 15 inches, the block size, before the sashing. And so that makes the perfect throw size quilt. You could make it bigger. You could add another block to your row and another whole complete row and make it a twin size. You could also make it smaller if you wanted to too. So there's no rules. You can do however many shirts you want. Y'all are so sweet. Susan says she wants to do videos of some kind. Susan, you have a whole fan club already. So, yes, you start and we will be there. Let us know how we can help you. Maureen, you don't have any t-shirts that you could make a quilt out of? If you have a thrift store close by, that is a fantastic place to get a whole bunch of shirts for really, really cheap. All kinds of t-shirts. Y'all are so nice. Rolling back through. If I missed your comment, just know that I am not ignoring you. I really promise I'm not. Barbara's doing a new to her design. Stay tuned after Christmas. I'm excited. Keep us updated, Barbara. That's like my daughter. She always said, she'll start to tell me something and then she'll say, but you have to wait to find out. And then I'm always like, the waiting is the hardest part. Oh my goodness, Jan's gonna be a grandma again tomorrow. Oh, congratulations. That is such happy news. That's exciting. Yes, Terry, they can fast forward the videos on YouTube. I've never understood the comment section on YouTube or the thumbs downs. Like, do you know how many YouTube videos I watch? Not just quilting stuff, not just journal stuff. I watch all kinds of video content creators on all kinds of subjects. I come across a ton of videos that I don't care for. It never occurred to me to hit a thumbs down on them. That's just not, like, if I don't want to watch it or if I don't like the content, I just click on the next video that's suggested underneath of it. That's just me. Susan, that was your first time doing leather with rivets. I would not have known that because it turned out so professional looking. Merlin, yeah, if you want to come in, if you're still here and hold up the quilt, that would be fantastic. I don't want to get up because I didn't do the back side of my hair and it probably looks funny. I just did the front. So if you're still watching and you want to hold up that quilt and show everybody, we'll see if he comes in. If he doesn't come in, he's not watching anymore. He's watching something else. Kitty, your family tree quilt was amazing. I was telling them when I watched you sent me several videos. It felt like I was in the kitchen with your family, like I was part of everybody, sitting there watching her open the box. It was a fantastic way to start my day. Here he comes, y'all.
Hey, everybody.
So he's going to hold that up. And you know where I got the shirts for this quilt? I went to the Goodwill, the crazy one, the outlet one. And I found all of these shirts at the Goodwill. And then the sashing is a bed sheet that I found at the Goodwill. I love stripes. And so I just cut apart the bed sheet and used that as sashing. And then I added cornerstones. And so that's what we're going to show in January. Many of you already make these types of quilts, but I have lots of people who have not. And so, yeah, we're going to do that tutorial. Isn't that a cool t-shirt?
Yeah, I love the one with the cross.
This one has little diamond, like bedazzled diamonds on it.
I think it's neat that you were able to find all these love shirts.
Yeah, they had
quilt.
in a bin, like someone had donated a whole bunch of new shirts with tags, these love blocks.
Oops, sorry.
No, you're fine. These, I bought like 7 of them. I have one that I wear, and then I used 5 of them in quilts, and this one has 4 in the 4 corners, so that's fun. But yeah, I just found them at the Goodwill and made a quilt so that I'd have an example to show to my clients when they come. So that's fun. Thank you, honey, for holding that up.
I saw they were asking about this quilt a couple of times, so I was like, oh.
He's so useful and helpful and supportive. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just reading through some of your comments. Terry is measuring out and sorting some scraps while she's watching me. Hello, Belle. Linda says, because you chat and explain everything is one reason why I subscribed to your channel. Thank you, Linda. A long time ago. You are a great teacher. Aw. I want to hug you. Thank you. Connie says, love your hair. Most of the time I don't even bother doing my hair except for on Tuesdays or if I'm heading out somewhere. But today I just did the front part of my hair and not the back. So we're not flipping around and turning around. Kelly says, I've been working on quilts for 2 of my grandsons since September, but I've gotten distracted with other projects. The other day, one of them said, Grandma, what season will my quilt be done in? Aww. Kelly, I totally know what it's like to be distracted, especially if you've been working on a project for some time. It is so easy to be distracted, and it's hard to get back into the swing of finishing those longer projects. Keep us updated on his quilt. Susan says she started a t-shirt quilt and she has 1 shirt cut. Susan says when she sews, she's in house clothes, and to do a video, I'm assuming she'd have to get dressed. Yeah, or at least any part like your shirt. You could wear pajama pants. I do that a lot. Shelley says, quilters wear their hearts on their sleeves. Hard to not take things serious, but we never need to be different than what we are. That is so true. That is so true. And what's funny is that, I know that. And I try my hardest to always keep that in mind. But when you're when you make videos and you set up a page, and I'm not just saying this so that I get all the hearts. I appreciate all the hearts. I appreciate the love and the support. But I also know, like, Susan wants to start making YouTube videos. I know that several of our members here want to start a YouTube channel. And I'm hoping that by sharing my experience, that I can give y'all some insight of things to expect and to prepare yourself for. Because it's awesome. It's so rewarding. Look at the family that's been created from making those videos, right? But it also has, some things that are not as much fun. The rude comments or the thumbs downs, and you're wondering why. Or, on your Facebook page, like if you have a business page or a fan page, you can see the analytics on that too. And that's fantastic. But it also shows you when people unfollow your page. How many people unfollowed you today? It's like, you could be having a fantastic day. Open up your analytics, and all of a sudden you see that 3 people stopped following you that day. And all of a sudden you're like, you were having a great day, and now it's like, oh, that stinks, So, it's just things that, you should prepare yourself for. But yeah, like what all y'all said, is that you should just let it just go. Just let it go. And it's taken me some time to really get to where I am, and I'm still not 100% okay with that. But yeah, it's one of the things, even as a business owner, like if you're giving your prices out to people, and, it's great when you hear back from them and they say, yeah, I want to do it. And then, it's a hard pill to swallow when you give out your prices and then you don't hear back from them, or they come back and say, that's too expensive, and a lot of the times they're not really friendly about it. Those are all things that, we have to build our confidence up to deal with that kind of stuff. Not just video creators or content creators, it's just in general, even if you don't have a business and you make things as a hobby. That's stuff that we all have to face. So yeah, I don't know why I started talking about that in the first place. That's true, Linda. You can't please all the people all the time. Linda's getting her hair cut tomorrow. My bangs. Yeah, I cut my hair. And Betty was asking me about this the other day. I cut my own hair. And it's really, I don't know if it's a technical pixie, but it's an undercut. So like if you see the sides are like shaved really short, but you can't really see that because the top is longer. And then to do the bangs, I just take my scissors and go chop, 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 chop like this. So they're kind of uneven and sort of wedgy kind of looking. That's what I do. So yeah, when you go get your hair cut tomorrow, Linda, say, can you do my bangs like a chop, 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 chop like this? See what she says. It reminds me of the time that I went to Best Buy looking for a tripod thingy. Connie says, I would not be able to sew without you or our family. I feel the same way. Ellie says, maybe they want to watch fish videos. Maybe they do. Donna says she completed 4 t-shirt lap quilt tops. Wow. They are memory quilts. Thank you for your videos. You are so welcome, Donna. Have we seen your quilt tops? I don't know that we've seen them. Feel free to share them on our group page. We would love to see them. Suzanne says, I love a good baseball cap. Me too. And I don't have to worry about my hair at all. Bonnie's hair is getting long and it's lucky to get a comb right through it once a week. That's how, when my hair is long, it's just so much work. I just chopped it off. Linda's making brownies and pressing binding. Linda says, maybe I should try to cut my own. I watched YouTube videos. Actually, I started a long time ago cutting my own hair. I was a single mom, working 2 jobs, no time, no money. And so yeah, there was not a lot of extra money for stuff like haircuts. And so I just went and had a good friend of mine who does hair. She cut my hair short and spiky. And I just watched and paid attention and just did the same thing over and over and really taught myself how to do it. And now it's just gotten to the point where I just do it. I'll watch a YouTube video if I want to try something new. And then, you know, it's hair. If I mess it up, in 2 weeks' time, it'll look kind of just like this again, and I'll try it again. Debbie says her weighted blanket will be about 5.5 pounds. That's so interesting. Merry Christmas, Chantel. I hope y'all all have an awesome Christmas and a safe New Year's. We're going to be visiting Harlan's family. He is from Vermont. And so we'll have Christmas here in Virginia. And then right after Christmas, we're headed up to Vermont and spending time with his family, which should be really awesome. And really cold. And probably snow. They have snow on the ground. Yes, Maureen, clippers. That's what I use on the back and the sides. Like if I show you. The sides are clippered and then the top is long. So, yeah, I think that's really it for tonight, y'all. Unless, do you have any questions? Maybe I missed some questions. So before we go, for 2 whole weeks, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them, and we'll talk about that for a minute before we go. If I missed your comments, I'm really sorry. If I missed your questions, I'm really sorry. Hello, Roseanne. I just saw you came in. Y'all send some love Roseanne's way. She's having surgery tomorrow. And Roseanne will be thinking about you. We'll be waiting for updates on how your surgery goes. And I have all of your mug rugs. I don't want to come by tomorrow because you'll be recovering. But I know you need them before Christmas. They're all right here. And these are made with Roseanne's dad's clothing. If you missed the beginning of this video, I talked about a new video I put up on my YouTube channel on how to make these start to finish. Again, I show you how to cut apart a button front shirt to get the most use out of the fabrics. Aren't these fantastic? Here's your little quilts, Roseanne. And then, yeah, and then also since last week, I posted some lives on my page. It was how to cut apart a button front shirt, and we did a happy planner flip through. Debbie grew up in New Hampshire and Maine. We went to Maine on one of our trips up that way. Good night, Bonnie. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We love you. Cheryl, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Connie says, I will have a safe New Year's unless I fall off the sofa. Linda says, I need some ideas on what to make a friend. She is retiring in April. Any ideas? She just started sewing. Wow. Ooh, let's see. You need ideas on what to make her for her retirement? Y'all have ideas for Linda, you can share them. Did you have a cover for your happy planner? Looked like you had a snap cover. Yeah, Terry, I have it right here. We'll bring that over. So here is the cover for my chunky happy planner. It has a snap. And then I added the expander rings to my happy planner to make it thicker. And so she's a chunky one. She's kind of heavy, but it has a couple of pockets, so you can put some stickers or some notes and stuff. 2 pockets, and then a great big pocket tuck. And then this one has a pin loop, which is nice, and another pocket right here. And of course the pocket where the back of the journal slides in, so you can take the journal out. But I think I would only use this cover if I'm traveling for an appointment or something, because this sort of gets in your way when you're writing. See how it bends over the journal? So yeah, I would probably only have my planner in that if I'm going to an appointment or something like that. Good night, Debbie. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. Connie, Merry Christmas. Sandy says, will you have any more journal videos? Yes, I will. Since our move and getting resettled, I had some journal videos in mind, but getting caught back up on my quilt commissions and getting the studio reset back up, and with the mystery quilt starting and planning that, all of the stuff that went involved in that, I've had to set aside several video ideas. So let's talk about some of the things I have planned for next year. We're going to be doing some jelly plate printing on fabric. I've had this sitting here forever. Those are printed with a jelly plate on fabric. That's fabric, fabric paint. We're going to do some videos about that. We're going to do some journal videos. We're going to make touchy-feely kind of journal covers. We're going to make and decorate journals on the inside. I had videos about quilt labels that I never got to. I had videos, let me see, stamp videos, techniques with quilting videos. I want to do more quilting on my long arm kind of videos, sit down quilting with a domestic machine kind of videos. Let's see what other kind of stuff I wrote down. But yes, we'll be making more journals. They just had to take a back seat until next year. But yes, I can hardly wait. I don't know where my list went, but that was just some of the ideas. So that's fun. Roseanne says now that she's going to be off work recovering, there's no more live videos. Next Tuesday, my dear, is Christmas Eve. 1 week till Christmas Eve. And then the next Tuesday after that is New Year's Eve. So, yeah. But I'm thinking that I'll probably go live and be really chatty over on my Lisa Capen Quilts Facebook page. So, yeah, y'all can turn that on while you're working on your projects. And we can be chatty and do some lives over there. And Roseanne, you can hang out since you'll be off work. Barbara says, where do we post pictures to share on Monday nights? You mean the Tuesday night lives? Is that what you mean? I'm thinking that's what you mean. So if you go to our group page, Creative Crew group page, Tuesday mornings I post an announcement and I pin it to the top. So no matter what is posted throughout the day on Tuesday, the announcement will stay right at the top. And it'll say something like live chat tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Post your pictures and comments and questions and tips and all that stuff in the comment section. And so, yeah, if you were to go right there, you'd see that right up at the top. And all of the stuff that we showed tonight is listed right in the comment section of that post. And so when we pick back up in 2 weeks, if you have stuff you want to share, keep an eye out for that announcement Tuesday mornings. You can share your stuff right in that comment section and we will show it during the live. A pin cushion, that would be a great idea for a retirement gift, or a lap quilt. Shelley, I like the idea, putting pictures in it. A personalized pen cushion, you could embroider her name on it. That's a good idea. Wow, Kitty says we were right in the middle of those tornadoes, South Central Louisiana. That is so scary. Connie said a journal for retirement. Yes. Danny says, yay for the journals. Yes, I have missed making my journals so much. I have all these fantastic fabrics just sitting on a shelf, waiting. maybe I can go live from Vermont, Harlan says. Yeah, now that they have Wi-Fi, maybe I can. That would be fun. Harlan's parents started recently making YouTube videos too. And so I know that she says she has connection issues uploading videos. So I don't know how a live would do, but we'll see. Suzanne says, I live in Canada, but my husband is taking to Pennsylvania for New Year's trip, and he has promised me a trip to Joann's. That is so exciting. Is there anything suggestion of a must-have from this store? Well, certainly coupons when you go, Suzanne, and if you like interfacing and the Pellon P44, you can buy a bolt of it for like 20 bucks. If you do t-shirt quilts or memory quilts. Let's see, what else do I like to get from Joann's? Or like a must-have from there. I don't know. There's so much. Happy Planner. Quilting rollers. A mat. But I would only buy them if you have coupons for them. Otherwise, you can find them cheaper in other places. Fabrics. Wow, Kitty, that sounds so scary. Roseanne, you're working on projects that you're going to show to us. I'm so proud of you. Now I'm excited to see them. Don't put them down and forget about them, because now we're going to be waiting to see that. Debbie, you want to hear more about the journals? Okay, so just as like an introduction to the journals, wow, there's so much stuff on YouTube. For me, when I came across journaling stuff on YouTube, and my introduction was into junk journals. And if you've never seen a junk journal, you make a journal completely out of junk. And like, I think it originated from like junk mail, transforming all the blank envelopes. You know, when you open up a bill, they got the blank envelope and you pay online. So what are you going to do with the blank envelope? You turn it into a page of a journal. So yeah, search up junk journals on YouTube. Prepare yourself because you're going to find that you're going to really want to make one. But then that led into like quilted journal covers, omni journals, bullet journals, travel notebooks, all kinds of fun stuff. You can find some of my videos. I think I have a playlist for journals on my YouTube channel. I walk you through how to make a quilted travel notebook cover with elastics and little signatures that you can put in and take out. I'll go grab a couple real quick. I'll be gone for just a second. Let me show you. Okay? Be right back. All right, I'm back. Look at all this. This doesn't even touch the journals on my shelf, but we're going to do a quick look-see at all these journals. Let's see, where do I put them? Right here. I made this cover. I embroidered a monogram on some silky fabric. This has little trinkets from my grandparents. My little baby picture. Isn't that cute? And then on the inside, I used this one year as my planner. So on the inside, it's got all kinds of pockets and pages and calendars. It's got laces on the edges of the pages. And the elastics in this one are broke. I have to redo that. That's fun. This one's got velvety fabrics, upholstery type of fabrics, all kinds of fun stitching. This was from my grandmother. This was a like a blazer of my grandmother's. This was a sewing journal that we did. I sold a whole kit. We did like 20 kits. This was like 2 years ago. And so in the kit, you got everything to make the journal. And then I broke the videos down into a series and we made the cover together. We made the pages together. There was an extra embellishment kit for a page, like a little journaling card. But I'll show you how to sew in your pages, how to do the inside cover. So this is a whole series. This was a kit. This was the sewing junk journal. There's a whole series on my YouTube about that. So that's that journal. That was a lot of fun. There was like coffee dyed paper in the kit. One of my favorite things to do. Then there's a whole other series. This was the Cookbook Journal. And I walked you step by step on how to make the denim cover. This one we sewed in the pages. I'll show you how to do that. And of course, these videos, even though the kit's not available, you can watch the videos and make one of using your own stuff. And I'll show you how. This one's held together with a little elastic. And this is a whole cookbook divided into sections. And the kit came with everything you see here. And we put it together in the videos. So this was a lot of fun. And then this is a journal that I made with a manila envelope and paint. And it kind of looks like faux leather, right? It's got a little Tim Holtz thing on the elastic. It has a tassel that my friend Everly showed me how to make. And it's upside down. There you go. And inside this, it's got little metal book ends or book corners. And these are the pages inside that chunky journal. And then, let's see, there's a video on my channel. It's a tutorial that shows you how to make this paper pieced quilted journal. So this is fabric and it's a travel notebook. So all of your books are held in with elastics. So you could take your books in and out. Isn't that pretty paper? So yeah, I show you how to make this on my channel. And then I also show you how to make this one on my channel too. I think. Maybe. I can't remember now. But yes, this is my actual travel notebook when I travel, which is only like 2 times a year we go see family. I bring this book and I have a gift card in here that I forgot about. I write notes and travel plans and little snippets from stores that we go to. This was when I showed my Dream, Hope, and Love quilt at the Bonneville Fair. And I took home a ribbon for that quilt, so I documented that. Yeah. Just fun stuff that you pick up on your travels. So this one I use only for traveling. When the pages fill up, I make a new signature and replace it. But yes, it's quilted. See that? It feels just like an old quilt. I love it. So yes, there's just a few journals, and several of them, there's series on my YouTubes. Aunt Nancy has better internet. All right, we'll go to her house. Harry says, I added the larger disc and went back to the smaller ones till I can find a cover like I thought I remembered yours. Just thought trying to carry that planner without a case might be too problematic. I think so too, Terry. I think my everyday use, I will not have my Happy Planner in that binder. But when I go out and about, like I bring my book with me to Joann's when I shop for quilt stuff, because all of my stuff is in that book. It'll be in the binder. If I go to appointments, it'll be in the binder. But just at home, normal everyday use and planning, it won't be in that binder. Terry says, do you still have your journal kits on Etsy? I took off the listing for the Cookbook Journal, expired, and I just didn't renew it. I have 18 kits left, which is not bad because I think we started off with like 50 kits and we only have 18 left. So yeah, if you're interested in one, let me know. I made one for my daughter who got married. Actually, it'll be 2 years at Christmas time. In a blink of an eye, 2 years has gone by, but yeah, she loves it. Belle just got her 2 happy planners. Sandy loves making journals. Me too. I really, really do. I miss it. Good night, Chantel. You've been traveling. Wow. Suzanne says, at half price, she still paid $50 for the interfacing. I'm wondering, Suzanne, are you able to do Amazon where you are? Because you can get it for a whole bolt of it in the $20 range on Amazon. Is that something that's available to you? Roseanne is one of my biggest cheerleaders. I love her. Thank you so much, Kelly. Danny said that sewing journal was so much fun. It got me started making journals, right? We had so much fun with that journal kit. I created a journal monster, right? How many YouTube channels do you watch about journaling now? I have like 7 channels that I'm subscribed to, and they post frequently, so I'm always watching how to make ephemera, how to make paper clips, how to sew in pages with different kinds of binding and all the good stuff. Good night, Donna. Good night, Linda. I'm so glad you were here. Maureen, you're interested in a journal? They are so much fun. I'm going to tell you, it's fun to have all the crafting supplies, all the paper punches, all the scissors, all the fancy paper cutters, but you don't need all that stuff. Search up junk journals on YouTube and start saving your junk mail. We get it every day for free. There's so much you can do with it. Good night, Linda. Sally says she made journal covers for her kids out of an old quilt from my grandmother's. Yep, that's what this was. This was actually, a client came to me with this quilt, and she thought it was an actual antique quilt. right? And it had holes in it. And a lot of the seams were popping open, and she wanted to restore it. And I was looking at her quilt, and I was like, okay, before we do that, we really need to investigate this quilt, because they're using fabrics that don't, to me, appear to be vintage or antique. You know, some of the colors, some of the prints. So let me do some research on this quilt before you pay me a lot of money to restore it for you. Come to find out, it was made in the 80s, and it was sold like at Kmart and Sears. So when she found that out, she was really upset. Understandably, she bought it thinking it was, you know, she was under the impression that it was antique. So then she was like, no, it's not worth the money to fix the quilt. And she gave it to me, and I made some journal covers out of it. What a great way to repurpose, you know, something that's not really worth the investment of time and money and skill fixing. You can turn it into smaller projects, right? Linda says, I would love to purchase one of your cookbook journals. Let me know what works for you. Maybe I'll relist them. We have Christmas coming up in a week. I don't know how fast the USPS Postal Service would be. So I don't know that I'd be able to guarantee them for Christmas, but yeah, if y'all are interested, go check out the series. And then send me a message or post here on our group if you're interested. Maybe I'll reinstate that listing. It just expired and I just didn't renew it. Our bird can hear me talking in the other room. Amazon Canada is different from Amazon US. Interesting. I did not know that. Yeah, Kelly, check out the junk journals. Suzanne, when you are down in the States, that's when I would stock up on the interfacing, because it's going to save you so much money. I would buy it on the Bolt with a half-off coupon. Stock up for your future quilts. Good night, Miss Connie. Merry Christmas. I can't wait to see your bowls. Well, I'm kind of glad that we had a little bit of a lighter evening. Even though I love seeing your stuff, I also like having an opportunity to chat with you as well. So I'm going to go check to make sure my kiddo gets home in time. Oh, one more thing I had pulled over to the side. Y'all, I don't sponsor the Happy Planner, and it's kind of like doing a commercial for them. But just to let you know, I don't get commissions on any of that stuff. So it's not like I'm trying to sell you anything. I'm just really happy and excited about my Happy Planner. Y'all haven't seen that flip through video. I show you how I customized mine, and that's one of the reasons why I love the Happy Planners, because you can customize and move stuff around and add to it, kind of like a travel notebook. But I went out the other day and picked one up for my mom, and she shopped from the comfort of her home. We FaceTimed on the phone, and I did a little video walkthrough of all the journals there, and she was able to pick stuff out. But I wanted to show you, since I showed you the flip through of my journal, I found this really cool sticker book called the Essential Planning Happy Planner sticker book. It's got 1,009 pieces in it. I thought before we go, as we close for tonight, I'd show you some of the fun stickers that are in this. There we go, focus. All kinds of numbers, and let's see, that's game night, fun day, big day, weekends are for family adventure, family dinner, movie night, family day, to-do stickers, important deadlines. I love the stickers that have like the list and check boxes. Dinner with friends. Little banners for the weekend. So yes, these are at Joann's too, and you can use coupons on them if you're a planner or a journaler or a memory keeper kind of person, scrapbooker. They have all kinds of stickers. So yeah, I thought I'd show you that because I picked that up yesterday, day before yesterday. So yeah, that's everything I wanted to share. So yes, I hope you all have a very blessed and Merry Christmas. Hope you all stay safe. If you're traveling, please be careful and be safe. And Happy New Year's. I know we'll see each other on our page before then, but I just wanted to say from my family and from me, we love you. Merry Christmas. And I'm going to go check on my kiddo, see if she's home from work. And we'll see you all really soon. Can't wait to see your projects in 2 weeks. Don't forget, we're not going to be here next week or the week after, but you might catch me live and chatting over on Lisa Capen Quilts. Good night, everybody. Bye.